It's February. I should not be filming this in a t-shirt and just put my hair up because it got too hot in here. It's February. Ugh. Welcome to Nerdy Jess Talks, the part of the show where I come out and talk, and I'm going to talk about nerdy stuff. As I said in the previous Nerdy Jess Talk, I may come up with a better name for this. I may not. Who knows? I really wanted to do one about the movies. Now, I had this idea in late January, early February, so I don't have any movies that I watched in January. Similar to the book one, I'm filming this in still February, but whatever I watch from here till March, I'll just put on the March thing. That way you still get to be able to see all the stuff. So the first movie I have written down is The Fugitive, which would be starring, this is the old one. This is the starring Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones. This one was a rewatch. I have seen this movie so many times, and I have also rated it a 5-star. It is actually one of my favorite action movies in general. I don't know if I have said it 100%, but I think you've probably picked up between my other videos talking about medias and books specifically. I do like myself a good action movie or an action book. This being one of them. I actually watched this movie the same time I was reading the Homelander book series. So I was very much so in the mood for a good old-fashioned action mystery thriller type movie. So I watched this one, and again, it's a rewatch, 5 stars. Absolutely love this movie. Spoiler warning, this will probably be your only spoiler warning. I meant to say it before I started the video, and I haven't, but here it is now. Spoilers, I probably won't say too many for most of these movies, but in case I do, this is your warning. But yeah, The Fugitive, one of the best. It's actually one of my, I have a handful of tropes I really like in action stories, and the fugitive type where the person's on the run trying to clear their name is one of my favorite tropes. I really enjoy it. Always makes for a fun story, especially when it's cat and mouse and they're both good guys and they're both just trying to do what they think is right. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. The next one is The Little Shop of Horror, the 1986 film. This was not a rewatch. I have never seen this film before. I watched it with the family. My little brother was the one that actually picked it, so I was watching it with him. And I rated this one, I have it written down a 2-star, but I think I'm going to swap it to a 3-star. It was an okay movie. It was okay. I don't, sorry Joshua, if you watch this, I apologize if it a little bit for my opinion, not much. It was okay movie. I'll probably rewatch it in like 5-6 years. I didn't dislike it or anything, but it wasn't particularly, it's just not my genre. I did like a couple of the songs, and I really enjoyed watching watching them with the actual plant. That was kind of fun, you know, just trying to see if I could spot when they were swapping from the like puppet and stuff. So that was pretty cool, and I did enjoy watching it with the family. But nothing particularly too interesting for me personally. The next one under that is Scooby-Doo Chill Out. That was the Scooby-Doo movie with the Yeti. Technically, this is a rewatch. I watched that one when I was younger, a few times when I was younger, but I haven't seen it in the last like 10 years or so. So even though it was technically a rewatch, I didn't mark it as such because I was basically watching it with remembering very little to it. I did rate it a 3-star. I thought it was an average Scooby-Doo movie. Not anything particularly, and not my favorite, but I don't dislike it either. So, you know, just your run-of-the-mill, probably will rewatch it within a year or so. I like me a good Scooby-Doo movie. Really enjoy those. So yeah, I did that one as a 3-star. The next one is Lilo and Stitch, the animated one. This was a rewatch. I've seen it quite a few times. It's a cute movie. So this one was a rewatch. Rated this one a 5-star. I do really like Lilo and Stitch. Any story that has like older sibling, little sibling characters with them is almost immediately going to catch my attention. Hang on a minute, my ears are ringing. As a middle child, I have both older siblings and younger siblings, so stories that resonate around sibling dynamics really resonate with me, and I find them adorable. Absolutely love them. And I just like Lilo and Stitch because it's, I don't know, it's just funny. Aliens and Bubbles shows up. I want to know Bubbles' story. I want to know why Bubbles stopped working for the CIA and then started working as a child service agent, a CPS. What? I want to know his story. I want to know why he made that change between careers. I'm like, it's an interesting career change right there, and I want to know his story so bad. I want to know why. Why did he decide to do that? Like, come on. That's cool. And I love the designs. Like, the designs for the aliens in that movie. So cool. The next one was also a rewatch. The Emperor's New Groove. 4-star rewatch. This is another one that I've seen multiple times. Absolutely love it. It's chaotic. It's funny, but it's also like really, really sweet and wholesome. You know, it's a road movie, I guess. It's not actually a road movie, but it has road movie tropes. You got your friends on a trip. You got the bad guys chasing them. It's a cute movie. I did rate it a 4-star, which is less than Lilo and Stitch, which I find interesting. Much like with the book star rating, there is no rhyme and reason to my ratings. There will never be rhyme and reason to my ratings. When I write it down in the book, whatever I decide that day is what I wrote. It will probably, or does change from day-to-day basis with a lot of these things. I don't know why. I'm just like that. So there is no rhyme and reason why Emperor's New Groove is a 4-star where Lilo and Stitch is a 5-star, except that when I stop and think about it, yeah, I do actually like Lilo and Stitch better than Emperor's New Groove, but both are excellent movies. So fun. The next one is another Scooby-Doo movie. Been on a little bit of a kick on their movies, and now that I found a list of their movies, I kind of want to watch a whole lot more. So there'll probably be in down the line videos. There's going to be other Scooby-Doo movies. Anyways, Scooby-Doo and the Black Samurai, which I rated a 3-star. I did like Chill Out better than this one. This one again also wasn't really that bad. Oh no, they're both 3-star. Well, I still like Chill Out better, even though they're both rated 3 stars. Just besides the point. This one again wasn't too bad. My camera's going out again. I did think it was a little bit weird that magic and stuff actually was real in this one, so that was weird. And some of the plot points are kind of off. I don't know. It was average. I like the Yeti and the Loch Ness Monster one way better. Alright, the next one is Cars, the Pixar movie. This one, much like Scooby-Doo Chill Out, is technically a rewatch, but again, I haven't seen it in like 10 years, so I didn't really remember a lot of it. So it was like watching it new for the first time, but technically it's a rewatch. I did rate it a 5 stars. I really enjoyed this one, and you know, it's your typical Pixar movie. It's cute, it's fun. I really like the animation. I like the storytelling. No, it was a cute movie. It was a good movie, and I really enjoyed that one. The next one is Bullet Train, and this is the last one, is Bullet Train. This one is a rewatch. I watched it shortly after it came out of theaters and hit streaming sites. I watched it, so this one was a rewatch for me. I did rate this one a 3 stars. I know I said I like action, but I didn't really care for this one, comparatively speaking anyways. It's an okay movie. I don't mind watching it here and there. If the family puts it on, I don't mind watching it, or you know, anything like that. I've got nothing really against it. It's just not really the style of movie that I personally like. That's kind of hard to say. I was going to say that I dislike it because it's a little bit of a higher rating, but that's not the point. That's not true, because there are some higher rating action movies that I do really like. So it's not that, but it's just not my vibe, personally. There are some really funny bits. I love the whole action fighting in the cars. I like it when you have fight scenes that are pretty contained. Those are always fun. The story plot, trying to figure out who's who and why everybody's here, is pretty fun. But it's just not my cup of tea, really. I like The Fugitive way better, and I like the Jason Bourne movies way better. Those tend to be my gauging, I guess? I don't know. That's the last one I watched. I watched that one last week. I don't have any others that I've written down for the month of February. So, with all of that said, I am doing this because I want you to hold me accountable. Your job is to hold me accountable, okay? I used to be really into watching movies when I was a teenager, 14, 15. I used to love watching movies, but I've kind of fell out of the, I don't want to say like the habit, but I kind of fell out of watching movies in recent years. And because I am learning how to make short films, I'm learning a lot of camera editing, behind the scenes. I'm very interested in that. It's currently my my main hobby, my main focus at the moment. I'm gonna stick with hobby. It's my main hobby at the moment. So I want to get back into the habit of watching movies. I really loved watching them when I was younger, so I want to get back into it. So doing this series for my nerdy stuff, where I get to just basically talk about the stuff I've watched and read and seen recently, you have to hold me accountable. I've got to watch enough movies that I can keep making these nerdy Jess talks. Okay? All right? That's the idea. That's the plan. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.